Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, I saw this article in the Washington Post, and it didn't sit right with me, so I wanted to do a video on this. Now, it's about a man. Well, he's not just a man; he's a disabled black veteran who drove through a small town in Alabama with a medical marijuana. And now he faces 5 years in prison for that. Now, the first mistake that left Sean Worsley facing a 5-year prison sentence was choosing to stop for gas in this little tiny Alabama town called Gordo. Now, the next mistake was blasting music at the pump loud enough to catch the attention of Barney Fife, a local police officer. Now, the third error was letting the officer who said he smelled marijuana in his car to search the vehicle. Well, but if, he had a prescription, what was the worst scenario could happen? The marijuana is in his back seat, had been legally prescribed to him in Arizona. Now, Worsley, he's an Iraq war veteran with a traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder, and had used the substance for years to calm his nightmares and soothe his back pain. Yet, unknown to him, even his legal prescription was illegal in Alabama. Yeah, and the worst case scenario was far more severe than Worsley could ever imagine. A year-long legal fight that plunged him into homelessness, cost him thousands of dollars in legal fees, and recently concluded in a 60-month prison sentence. This is not 1960. This is not a case that was in the 60s or 50s. This is in 2020. Now, Worsley said he felt like he's been thrown away by a country he went and served for. Now, he wrote a letter to the Pickens County Jail in Alabama, Appleseed, a criminal justice organization that recently published a detailed account of this case. He said, "I feel like I lost part of me in Iraq, parts of my spirit and soul that I can't ever get back." Now, besides painting a damning picture of Alabama's criminal justice system, Worsley's tale underscores the widely inconsistent legal landscapes across states on marijuana. Now, while recreational use of the drug is legal in 11 states and the District of Columbia, and its use is allowed in 33 jurisdictions, the substance is entirely banned in Alabama. Now, so in Arizona, where the substance had been legal for medical purpose since 2011, Worsley, who is also a Purple Heart recipient, who spent 5 years in the military, including a 14-month deployment in Iraq, used his legal prescription to relieve his short-term memory issues, depression, and chronic pain in Alabama. Now, neither the Gordo Police Department nor Pickens County District Judge Lance Bailey responded to phone calls requesting comment from the Washington Post. Now, according to the Appleseed report, Abramo no longer works for the department. Now, this was the police officer who originally arrested him, and attempts to reach him by the Washington Post was unsuccessful. Now, this nightmare all started in 2016. Now, Worsley and his wife, Ebony, were driving from a visit to her family in Mississippi to surprise his own relatives in North Carolina. Now, driving along Highway 82, they stopped at a gas station outside of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to refuel their car. Now, Worsley played an air guitar at the pump. Now, on this day, the 15th day of August in 2016, shortly after 11 p.m., Ambramo, the police officer, heard loud music coming from a vehicle and observed a black male get out of the passenger side vehicle, according to the police report. Now, he was laughing and joking around, looking at the driver while doing all this. Now, when the police officer told them their music was violating the noise ordinance in Gordo, a town of less than 2,000 people, they quickly turned it down. Now, after the officer said he smelled marijuana, Worsley said he was a disabled veteran and tried to show the officer his medical marijuana card from Arizona, in which he resides. Now, he said, I explained to him that Alabama did not have medical marijuana, the police report said. I then placed the suspect in handcuffs. Now, in the back of the vehicle, the police officer also found a prescription bottle of marijuana, rolling papers, a pipe, a 6-pack of beer, a bottle of vodka, and some pain pills, all of which he cited as reason to arrest the couple. Now, it is illegal to possess most types of alcohol in Pickens County. This is a dry state. Can you imagine? I mean, it's illegal to possess alcohol in this little county. And it's called a dry county in Alabama. Now, who the heck knows that? I know in Pickens County, they do not have signs up saying, hey, we don't allow alcohol. Now, yeah, sounds like something in 56. I get you. Now, while first-time possession of marijuana is sometimes charged as a misdemeanor, according to the Appleseed report, it can be charged as a felony if the arresting officer believes the substance is for purposes other than personal use. Now, that's why the Worsleys, who spent 6 days in jail, were charged with. Now, after being released on bond, the couple's legal nightmare seemed to be over. But almost a year later, the bail bondsman called back with a dire message. The Pickens County judge was revoking bonds on all of his cases. That means they had to rush back from Arizona, and they would be charged with failing to appear in court. Now, they hustled and drove back overnight to Alabama, where the Worsleys were split up, taken to separate rooms for questioning, even though, as Ebony insisted to authorities, her husband's disability meant he needed a legal guardian to help make him an informed decision. They said no. And they literally locked me in a room separate from him. They told him that if he didn't sign the plea agreement, that he would have to stay incarcerated until December, and they would charge me with the same charges as they charged him. It was the threat that caused Worsley to give in and sign the plea agreement. 60 months of probation, drug treatment, and thousands of dollars in fine. But the story doesn't end there. But in February 2019, he missed a court date in Pickens County. The local probational program cut short his supervision, citing failure to attend and failure to pay court-ordered monies, and it wasn't until months later, according to the Appleseed report, that he learned from the Department of Veterans Affairs that Alabama had issued a fugitive warrant for his arrest. Do y'all hear me? I mean, are we on the same? Now, struggling with homelessness, he failed to pay $250 a month later to renew his medical marijuana card. Now, when he was arrested at the traffic stop in Arizona last August, according to the Alabama Political Reporter, police found him in possession of the substance without a valid medical marijuana card. Now, Pickens County demanded that he be extradited back to Alabama and made Worsley pay for it, more than doubling $3,800 he already owed in court costs. Now, in April, the Pickens County judge sentenced Worsley to 5 years in prison. Now, Worsley is appealing the sentence, but he is also back in Pickens County Jail waiting for a spot to open up in the Alabama prison system. Do you hear me? I mean, this sounds like something back in... Did y'all see Just Mercy? Yeah, this is crazy. This sounds like some Jim Crow in the 50s. You know, I mean, come on. And this day and age, dry counties, come on. No alcohol allowed. Now, how does a traveler know that they do not allow alcohol? Much less, this man had a prescription. And because of his disabilities, fighting for his country. Come on, y'all. Come on. Do y'all see the picture? Or is it just me? It's just me, or is this blatant racism? Now, do you think, and I'm going to say it, do you think if it was a white disabled vet who had a medical marijuana, I think this would have turned out differently. Now, but talk about hidden racism. Come on, guys. This man is to serve 5 years for medical marijuana that he had. And they charged him for a felony. Come on, guys. Now, I would like to hear from you. Now, if I'm overreacting, I want to hear what you say. But this seems like hidden racism to me. This seems like a blast from the past. I can see Governor Wallace standing in the door now. Come on. And to be exact, he was a couple of miles from where this man got stopped in 2016, where in the 60s, George Wallace was standing in the door of the University of Alabama wouldn't let black students in, saying segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. Guys, this is no laughing matter. But yes, just totally ridiculous. But there is something that you can do. Now they have a change.org petition already started, and it's Get Justice for this man and his wife. And they've got so many signatures as of now. They need 7,500. Excuse me. I will get the link and have it under the description under my video. And you could go to this page and put your name on the petition. And also, they do have a GoFundMe for his legal fees, if you want to help with that. All right, guys. Yeah. Just hit me on the comment, and I want to hear your comments about this whole ordeal. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know about this to my channel. And as always, in parting, be blessed, y'all.